What's going on, everyone? It's time to record. It's time for another film review. Today, we're going to talk about a thriller called Civil War. It was released April 12th, 2024, and started by Alex Garland, who did films like Ex Machina, Annihilation, Men, Devs, and other films like that. This had a box office earnings of $121.1 million, and this is the new a new thriller where civil war breaks out in the U.S. for some reason, and people are trying to assassinate the president and stuff. And then you follow a whole pile of a couple journalists who are documenting it, and they get into some harrowing situations, and they're trying to document the happenings of what's going on. Now, this film is actually pretty unique in that because it shows how war journalists deal with on a day-to-day basis. They just changed the setting to if it happened in the US, which is the more you think about it, the more ridiculous it can be. But if you don't think about like why it's happening or anything like that, it is actually a pretty interesting film. The characters are pretty well written in this for the most part. Some of them are a little more serious, some of them don't take it as serious, and yeah. Overall, I thought the film was pretty good. The whole dynamics between the characters and stuff are there. They have tried to do some more gripping moments where they kill off a character, which you could sort of see from the beginning, depending on how you view the characters. To me, it was obvious of what that this person's going to get executed and this person's going to run into this periling situation. And was a little predictable in that sense. But for how they wrote the characters and stuff, it was pretty interesting and made it a more compelling film. Now, this isn't an action packed movie or anything like that. Most of it happens at the end, and you really have to be into the characters. So, like, my roommate wasn't, so he wasn't really into this as much as I was, and they really made the situation look and feel as realistic as possible. And with that, I think it works in that sense. It's a really compelling type of story, and it basically takes what's going on in other parts of the world right now and takes those what people are going through and puts it in if it happened in North America, where in Canada and the US we're pretty lucky not to be in this. But it looks there's some aspects where it looks like it might head to similar situations, and makes it all more real. This whole special effects and everything like that is actually pretty decent in this. It's pretty unique and pretty stylized, but for what it is, it still works and it looks pretty good. I love how it's done. The cinematography is really good in this, and the music really complements the film really well as well. Overall, though, I think the acting in this film is actually pretty good. Kirsten Dunst's character is such a serious character. It's rare. It's been a while since I've seen her do something this serious. And to be honest, I don't think she was right for the role, but still, for how she portrayed it and her character and stuff, it's not too bad. And overall, I thought this film was pretty interesting and compelling, and it definitely makes you think about like what's going on in the world, and how what some people have to deal with and how they put themselves to get these pictures. Even like news crews go through this and stuff, and when you think of it in that sense, it's really harrowing and interesting. But if you actually sit there and think a lot about why this is going on in the film, it kind of takes you out of it and makes it more of a weird, like, not realistic way, and how unrealistic it can be. But if you, as long as you ignore that, it's a pretty good film, and I actually enjoyed this film. I'm going to give Civil War a 4 out of 5. It's a amusing tale, and overall it's a compelling piece of film, and yeah, it's neat to see this. It was way better than I was expecting. So yeah, if you want to check it out, I'm not sure if it's streaming anywhere yet, so I'll link the trailer down below so you can at least check that out. Also, make sure you check out my Instagram. That's where I post clips of films I'm going to review in the future. All my stories, you put the film title in there and some history thing or something like that in there as well. And also make sure you check out my Letterbox. It's linked down below. at Derek P Reviews. As I post my first star rating after watching the films, and my Twitch down below, reviews underscore Derek. So follow me on those platforms, stay in loop in this channel. Like this video, share it so more people aware of it. Comment your opinions of the film down below if you have any. If you have any films or film franchises in any genre and on any streaming service that you want to hear my opinions on in the future, comment those down below too. I'll try my best to get to them as soon as I can, and if I can find them. And yeah, make sure you subscribe. Hope you found something weird, obscure, and odd that I probably never thought of checking out together enough to hear my opinions on popular films that have come out, classic films, and reviews on other things as well. And don't forget to ring that bell because we're going to talk about a creature feature made for TV called Scarecrow. And the next one is time for another one of those. So, yeah, make sure you tune in for that. Watch out for all those governments causing us all to go nuts and try to kill each other. And I guess I'll see you all in the next review. So until then, cheers.